Right now, I want you all to do me a huge favor and comment your predictions for the next upcoming chapters of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, because I'm really curious to see what you guys think is going to happen. Also, while you're down there, do me a huge favor, hit that big red button and hit the button with the little thumbs up on it. Alright, now that we've done that, let's jump straight into it. So Boruto 2 Blue Vortex has shown us a variety of new villains, including the Divine Trees who were introduced in Chapter 4. Previously, we know that Jigen was in possession of the 10 tails that Code split into many pieces with his claw marks, and those claw grimes were mindless soldiers that were aimed to consume anything in their path. I've already discussed exactly what they are. Something that we recently discovered is that after they consume someone, it seems that they can essentially gain their personalities and abilities and integrate them into the 10 tails and create a divine tree with a similar appearance, personality, and traits closely resembling the person that created them. Currently, we have 4 of these Shinju, which are the ones that consumed Bug, Matsuri, which consumed Mogi, Hidari, which consumed Sasuke, and Jura, who is the leader. In addition to obviously resembling that in which they are composed of, we also see that their drive has now evolved, and although they're still considered one entity, each Shinju has the urge to consume someone which their originator had an emotional connection to. Bug obviously had a passion for Ida and now wants to consume her. Mogi was Konohamaru's classmate and shared a connection with him, so Matsuri now wants to consume him. Hidari wants to consume Sasuke's daughter, Sarada. The one who seems to be the most mysterious is ironically the leader named Jura, who wants to consume Naruto. Unfortunately, it isn't really stated exactly who he is, but it appears that we have enough information to actually figure this out. The first person that may come to mind, but is obviously wrong, is Soegi. He is a hidden leaf random who is consumed by a hidden tree, but besides this obviously being boring and likely wrong, he didn't have a sufficient enough connection to Naruto to actually warrant devouring him specifically and even being the leader. There are 2 prevailing theories which seem very likely though. The first being that his originator is Ishiki Otsutsuki. It's pretty obvious that even if this is not necessarily the case, he does share somewhat of a resemblance with Jigen and shares his demeanor, appearance, and goals. Jigen's main goals were to allow the 10 tails to consume Boruto or Kawaki in order to bear an adequate chakra fruit and initiate the growth of the divine tree to cultivate its goals, as well as removing Naruto as a threat, as he was a recurring thorn in his side. Jura shares both of these exact goals pretty much, even sharing the more personal goal against Naruto. This could potentially be due to the sharing of chakra Jigen had with the 10 tails, but there are a few pitfalls with this. The main pitfall being that it seems that Jigen was the one taking chakra from the 10 tails, not necessarily vice versa, and we clearly saw how Ishiki died. The only way you could really make this argument is if you want to conclude that potentially Ishiki gave the 10 tails enough chakra to be able to create a corresponding Shinju, or that the chakra that he stole went back to the Jubi after his death. There is also an argument to be made that stealing the Jubi's chakra created a linkage between them, similar to the link that Naruto had with the shinobi in the 4th grade ninja war when he shared his chakra. Also keep in mind that the chakra he was sharing was from the 9 tails, which is inherently from a 10 tails. And if you look at it from that lens, it makes this theory quite possible, but I feel like the most likely theory to exactly who he may be might be a little bit more obvious than initially thought. It seems like the most likely candidate for who Jura is the manifestation of the 10 tails himself. This is evidenced by the fact that, first of all, he's in charge of all the other Shinju. He's the first to point out their evolution and changing instinctual drives, as well as the first to point out that even though they're still one entity, they all maintain their own desires, and is the one to tell the other Shinju to bend to their inner voice and ignore their innate egos, which likely stem from their originators. Also, the reason why you could argue in this case that he looks like Jigen could be that because the 10 tails had the closest relation to Jigen, as a result, when awakening a new consciousness, he could want to fulfill the will of the one who he was most closely associated with, being Jigen, who despised Naruto. On top of that, one of the most compelling things is that Jura is the only one that has the name, which when broken down into its Japanese kanji is translated to good from Ra and tree from Ju. Basically having the name as tree kind of shows us that this is most likely to be his identity. Something interesting I wanted to point out as well is that these goals of targeting specific people may be hinting at future fights between the individuals, which will give us the opportunity to see Konohamaru redeem himself, Daemon likely fight a divine tree to protect Ida, and Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan, and Naruto could potentially get another buff because as he currently stands right now, he has absolutely no chance against Jura. Anyways, that was my character analysis of Jura Shinju. If you guys like more videos like this, do me a huge favor, drop a like, sub, and let me know what you guys expect to see in the upcoming chapters, as well as checking out our insane new channel hoodies, joining our community Discord server to engage with me in the community, and I'll catch you in the next one.